Welcome back to the Petty Parlor Podcast. I'm your host, Jasmine.
I'm Bree.
And today, before we get into our topic, and what I want to know from you, Bree, is have you ever experienced workplace discrimination?
Girl, all the time. What do you mean? So I have two that I can think of off the top of my head, right? So one time I was at this job and I was one of like two Black people in the whole company. And I was in a meeting with my boss and like the rest of my team. And so our boss was like he was British and he had like taken over during this meeting. He was like, yeah, I went to Trader Joe's and I was in there and this Black guy told me like, and this is right after like Trayvon Martin happened, right? And he was like, this Black guy told me that like, he said, I'm African American. And I stopped him and I was like, you're not African American, you're Black. That's what the European man, this white European man was saying, right? So he said, I'm Irish or whatever, but if somebody asks me, I'm not going to say I'm Irish European. I'm just going to say I'm British or something like that. And he's like, British is a name derived from a place. Like, I wanted to really break it down for him and be like, hey, Black is a color. British is saying, I am from Britain. You are just saying nonsense. And also, why do you care? Why is someone else saying that they're African American even matter to you? It should be none of your fucking business. But like, it was so uncomfortable, and I just sat there and I didn't say anything. But to make it worse, right, when he said this and he was like, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to offend anybody, he looked like dead at me and I was just like, ugh. I just shrugged my shoulder. I literally just did like that.
I'm not gonna hear an okay.
But then this other lady who had been known to be racist across the table goes, Black Lives Matter, literally in that voice. And I was like, when I tell you I wanted to like haul across that table, slap the fire out of that woman, and I just had to like ignore it. When we left that meeting, we went upstairs. My direct like supervisor, she was a little Mexican woman. She was actually from Guatemala, but she was very sweet, and she was like, that was racist. And I was like, yeah. Yes. And she was like, they could get in a lot of trouble for that. I was like, yeah. And that was that moment where she said they could get in a lot of trouble for that. I was like, they're going to fire me. I was like, because they know that was racist and they could get in a lot of trouble for that. And they're going to protect themselves instead of do what's right and come and apologize or whatever, because that experience was terrible. Okay.
Yes.
Literally that following week, fired. I know how things work. Okay. So that was that was the first one. I was fired. No, that following week I was fired. I know how people work. Okay. And this is in California, which especially is like a place that's like, we're doing shady stuff and we're just going to fire you. We're not going to, deal with the uncomfortability. Exactly. So
right or wrong.
That, and then also I was a temp at this place and had been a temp for like over 2 years. And they, in California, they just hire temps. They don't actually hire you on. They'll keep you as a temp for like, one person had been there for like 5 years as a temp, right? Wow. They never hired them on or whatever. So with a temp, they can let you go for any reason, right? Or just be like, oh, we just don't have the work anymore. They had the work. Mm-mm. But especially because I was doing multiple jobs there, but they had made an uncomfortable situation for themselves. And so they wanted to let me go, right? So that wasn't even the first experience that I had. One of the first experiences that I had was actually when I worked at this candy shop, and C's is like a seasonal place. So because it pops off in Christmas and Valentine's Day and, all the holidays or whatever. So you work there seasonally. So I worked there and I was like, I'm a person that when I'm at work, I want to work. I be doing a lot because it makes time go by faster. I don't want to sit there and have nothing to do all day. So at C's, if you're a person that's ever been inside there's like a bunch of different baskets with like cellophane on it and little, different candies and stuff inside and all that. We just make those up, like, as we're there. We don't really have a plan as far as like being like, oh, put 2 of these in here, no. They just be like, hey, just put some baskets together, and we'd be like, oh, okay, cool. We just be throwing random shit in there. We don't know what's going on. So I was kind of doing that because we had like a little bit of downtime, right? And this is like a lady she was like a permanent worker there. And I had felt like she had been discriminated against me multiple times. But this moment, and this is the thing, I think a lot of people, white people, don't think this or realize this, but as Black people, when we're being discriminated against in any situation, we don't immediately go to like, this is because I'm Black. We're trying to kind of give y'all leeway to say, like, maybe they're just having a bad day, or maybe we don't jump to me being black as the first conclusion. We'll ask ourselves and question ourselves in our own mind about, like, what's going on. And that's where I was with this lady. So I was like, now let's just say, for fake name purposes, I'm gonna say her name was Martha. Yeah. So let's say this name was Martha, and I felt like Martha was always picking on me. Now keep in mind, because this is a seasonal place and they hire so many people on seasonally because it gets so busy, there are like 8 girls that are there working at the time that I'm working. Okay. So we're all behind the counter. I was like, I'm just gonna start making some baskets because nothing else going on. No people are here. I am bored. I'm in the middle of making baskets. Everyone else is standing there literally singing songs. Okay. And Martha, the bitch, comes up to me and she's like, a customer comes in. There are 7 other girls here doing absolutely fucking nothing. Mm-hmm. Customer comes in and she's like, take that customer to me, while I'm literally in the middle of wrapping baskets in cellophane.
Jeez.
So I was like, at this point, it's clearly clearly a problem with me that you have, and I'm the only one working. So I took the customer, made his little box, you know what I mean, did my work. But there was another lady, her name, I'm gonna give her real name because she was the GOAT. Her name was Jane, okay? And Jane came out, and she was also a white lady. She was very nice. And she came out and she noticed that I looked upset. And she was like, why are you upset? Are you okay? Yeah. And I was like, I just feel like I'm being discriminated against. I just told her. And she was like, well, come in too. She brought me in the back office. I told her what was going on. I told her what happened. And she was like, every time I see you, you are literally the only one working, even when there's nothing else going on. You're always working. You're always doing stuff. Right. So I know that there was no reason for her to be bothering you. So she knew that it was also because of discrimination, and she said something to her, and that lady didn't bother me anymore. Martha didn't bother me anymore. But on top of that, I had a good friend at the time that came in, and I was like telling him about what was going on with Martha, right? So he came into the shop, asked specifically for Martha, gave her a very hard time with his order.
I love it.
And
love to see it.
So that's great. Don't try me. I'm not the one. Thanks so much.
That's great, friends. I love that.
Love that.
Make them as comfortable
as they made me. Yeah.
All right. So the reason I asked about that is today our topic is going to be about Ebin, however we want to say it. The thing that's been going around, I believe the TikToker, want to shout her out, is My Life or Me Life. It's MIY lifestyle. I think it's lifestyle. Yeah. And she had posted up a TikTok about her experience working at that company. Mm-hmm.
No, they do like hair stuff.
Yes, right? They're a hair brand, Korean. And so she thought it was going to be a great opportunity. She applied on LinkedIn, was super excited to start this job. She was like, oh yes, I love their products, kind of deal. This is going to be great. But then of course, once she got there, she realized I'm the only black person in this department. Okay, but it's cool. I'm here. They have a marketing position. I'm going to do this marketing position and do their, content management or whatever. And she said her first day, everything went all good. It was smooth. Everybody in there was really nice, talking to her, trying to help her out and everything. So she was feeling really good about this job. Well, she did her job. She created a video for them on day 1. That video then went viral. And of course, there seemed to be a little bit of hateration that happened at the company. After the video went viral, she was all hyped up like, yes, this is great. I'm killing it on my first day on this job. This is going to be amazing, blah, blah, blah. She was seeing all the nice comments. It was going up minute by minute, just catching views, catching comments, all this stuff. They're getting a bunch of great branding for them. She was looking through the comments. It was mostly positivity. She did happen to see one comment that said, oh, this better be, black owned or somebody black behind this or whatever. Because the video she uploaded was something that was known in the black community and black people will relate to. So she comes in the next day happy, like, oh, I did a good job. I'm probably going to get some kudos for this. Feeling good, feeling great. And it was not received that way at all. It was the complete opposite. They were giving her side eyes. They took the video down. When she asked, why is the video no longer up anymore? They were saying, oh, we got too many negative comments. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I didn't see any negative comments about it. And they're like, well, there were too many negative comments. And they just took it down. She's like, okay, that's weird. And literally from that day forward, she worked there, I want to say from August to January, which, girl, that was way too long. That was way too long to be there. You should have let them go. To suffer that type of abuse. She just had nothing but discrimination. She told various stories in her TikTok about where they were being racist. They wouldn't speak English in the office to her, knowing that she does not speak their language. The CEO would be in and out. They were micromanaging this girl. They left her one time in the bathroom. Everybody left the office. She came out the bathroom. Everybody was gone. No one told her anything. And then they also left her in an unsafe situation in Atlanta one time where they booked everyone at a hotel and stuff, and they put her in a totally different one that was in an unsafe area. It was dirty. There was bugs. It was not feeling good. She called her manager, told him, hey, I don't feel comfortable. Get me out of here. Can you get me out of here? And they basically told her, deal with it. You know, we're not doing anything. You gotta, you know, kind of deal with that. They kept trying to get her to get fired. She went through like 3 different supervisors at that job. Each was worse than the last. They all kept hounding on her. She just kept going with it. She kept coming in there like, okay, I'm gonna do my stuff, even though she was not held to the same standards as everybody else. And she could notice that even by like her daily report. She would be super detailed, and people would put like one word, one sentence, and she would have all these details, and she still would get put on Front Street about what she's doing every single day. So she knew it was definitely because of this. She talked to other people that were in other departments, the other black people, and they were telling her, no, this is not how this goes, stuff like that. So at one point, they ended up wrongfully terminating her towards the end. She did not quit, which, girl, I don't know why you ain't quit. I would have been gone. Because after I done tried to go through HR, right, I would have had to leave. You can't mess up. She was crying every day. There's no way I'm going to let a job destroy my peace like that. I cannot deal with that type of toxicity at a job. There's no way. And so they ended up wrongfully terminating her. They didn't really give her an exact reason why she was fired. They just fired her one day. Just said, you're fired, you're done. And so from that TikTok video, of course, us as black people, we have stood behind our good sis, and we are now canceling that brand. Because if you don't want to support the people that you are catering to or trying to cater to, my black dollar ain't going to you at all.
People really don't understand the power of like the black dollar. Yes. How fast your shit could just become finished if you fuck around. Fuck around and find out it is the black woman mantra. Yes. Because we gonna do it to you every time.
Oh yeah. For sure. And that's, you know, me. Like, every time something like this happens, I'm like, okay, I'm done spending with them. I don't care how many people it ends up being. I will not put my hard-earned money into somebody that hates my skin. Period. It's never going to happen. And the thing is, I own Ebin brands. They were like my favorite lace tint spray because I'm a wig girly. And I'm done with it.
I didn't own any Ebin products, so it makes no difference to me. But now I know not to buy any.
Now you know not to buy.
When I went to Beauty Supply earlier this week, and I looked at some stuff, and it was around some Ebin stuff, and I was like, let me make sure this one. I was looking all
not the one.
Yeah. I was like, I don't trust Ian.
Yep. And that's it. And I think from this, it's become a really good thing because I've seen multiple TikToks after the fact saying, here's some black owned brands that you can support that do the same products that this person's does, that you can put your money into and know that they actually support you as a person. You don't have to go put your money into these racist ass people. And that's what I'm doing. I'm rebranding my whole thing and my wigs and stuff, and I'm gonna keep going with the black owned brands and the people that support me. Ebin, you're done. You're done.
You're done, son.
I'm over it.
That's messed up, though.
It is.
Those experiences at companies, first of all, being in a company and they're treating you like trash is always horrible. But when they're treating you like trash and you know it's due to something that is you can't control, that literally doesn't affect anything, that doesn't affect the quality of your work, that doesn't affect literally all the clients you're bringing in, it doesn't affect anything, and you know it's because of that. It is like such a messed up feeling because you're just like, I'm doing what do you want from me? I'm doing literally everything and getting like no credit for this work. I'm getting treated like shit here. Like, I don't understand that. And it upsets me a lot, honestly.
It really does. It hurts. It's hurtful, and we got to stop putting our money into these companies that don't give a damn about us. It's enough. Like, enough is enough. It's 2024. Racist people can't keep getting away with doing stuff in this country. We all have a stakehold in America and should be able to spend where we feel comfortable and celebrated and not hated.
Period. And you know what makes it even worse is when it's somebody who's also like not from this country. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's worse. It's
You're making my stuff
bad enough when it's just a random white person. But when it is also someone else who's like, other people would treat you the same way in another place, and you're turning around and doing it to me. It's so messed up on so many levels. But it does beg the question of like, why do we as black people want to spend our money at places that don't really want our money? They want our money, but they don't want us. There's so many brands that have come out and being like, I don't want black people wearing our stuff. Like some of the like Louis Vuitton and all that kind of stuff. Brands have said that before and just showed it in so many ways. And we're like, yes, brands, labels, or whatever. Like, not everyone, but some people. I don't believe in labels. I don't give a shit like about that at all. Like, I really don't. I think it's so dumb. And most of the time, when you're representing somebody's like label or something, they'll come out and say something racist, and now you gotta hide all your shit because that person said something crazy. So.
And the thing is, we're the ones that create the popularity. We create the trends. And this is especially a hair brand. Like, that's our stuff. It's a wig and a tint spray. Who needs a lace tint spray? What color does lace come out? It don't come out brown, my color. It come out more white. So the lace tint spray is for us. A wig, something that's all for us. And like, if you're gonna come out, I think that's just so disrespectful. You're gonna make a whole company off of black people's backs, but you hate black people. You ain't never getting down for me. There's brands I done boycotted since I was a teenager. I am always down for the cause. I don't have no problem. Tommy Hilfiger, I ain't never touched them. The minute I find out you got somebody racist or something going on and you do not like me, I don't like you either.
I don't like you either. You need us. We don't need you. That's the thing you have to realize. There's so many brands doing the same exact thing that it is not impossible to find someone else or something else. So when you then turn around and you treat us like crap and you make it clear that you are not interested in black people, the struggle that we've had as black people, you're not interested in helping black people as a community, you're not interested in even being kind to black people in general, like that's just the bare minimum. It's like, just be decent. And if you're not interested in doing that, why are we going to even bother to spend our money on your fucking products when we can just go buy that stuff somewhere else
or make it
black? Period. Or make it ourselves.
We're real good at coming up with our own things and coming out and doing what we need to do for ourselves.
And I want to, because this brings up a story that I saw the other day, and I want to read it to you. Okay. I saw this on Reddit. So this is from the Black Ladies subreddit. And it says, today I needed to buy a claw clip because mine randomly broke. There's a beauty supply in my neighborhood that I've gone to a few times and never had a bad experience at. Usually the same owner who's very kind and conversational. Today when I walked in, I noticed the security guard staring extremely hard, and I simply acknowledged and said hello. I went to where the clips are and noticed a new individual working and looking intently at me through the security screen. It was so awkward, and I once again looked and smiled. When I got to the checkout counter, the security guard moved toward the exit as if he was planning to lock up the doors in case I tried to escape. I ignored it, but then I noticed that the individual at the counter being extremely rude, asking me if I was paying with cash or card, and then rolled his eyes when I chose my option. The icing on the cake is that once I checked out, I realized I didn't have a bag and asked for one. I typically use a tote. The cashier then states the bag will be an extra $1. Will that be an issue or too much for you? Ooh. I was like, what the fuck? Because I've never paid for a bag at this store. This is ridiculous. I didn't raise my voice and simply said no thank you. I walked out and observed the security guard and cashier still looking at the security cameras as if I was going to steal some damn $3 hair claw clips.
Right.
The owners of the store are Asian and the security guards are African. I've never had a bad experience, but today I felt off and unsafe. I'm choosing to give you my money, but you can't even be polite. I understand that beauty supply stores are robbed, and I'm sure that gets exhausting. I live in New York, where there are plenty, and I try to buy primarily black hair products directly online. But sometimes getting these items from the store is just easier. Either way, this is the last time I'll ever shop in this store, and it should be now.
Yep.
And listen, there's too many things online now that you can order hair online. You can do all the hair places that I go to around me are black owned. I don't go to any beauty supply stores that are not black owned anymore. I will buy my hair online. I'll buy my products online before I do that. Yes. I am not interested in giving people my money if they're going to treat me any kind of way. I don't want to be followed around the store. And just statistically, to let y'all know, the people who steal the most don't look like us. The reason why in a beauty supply store black people are stealing is because black people are predominantly the main people going in there. So if someone's going to steal, it's going to probably be somebody black. I think it's going to be 100% of the people coming in are going to be black. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're black. It just has to do with that person being trash, and that's why they're stealing. But all that following people around the store, acting like, you know, giving people attitude or whatever the case may be, like, bro, it's gonna go around. There's too much social media. There's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's Reddit. That story gonna come out, boo. It's gonna be up on there, and then we're gonna know how you really feel about us. We're gonna know how you're treating us, and then from there we're gonna say, yeah, I'm not interested in supporting this person, this brand, this whatever. I am not interested. You can't just do shady shit in secret anymore. We're going to know, and we're going to stop supporting you. You don't deserve our money. You just don't.
Yep.
It's the bottom fucking line.
And that's happened so many times in my life, especially in Chicago. There's a ton of Asian-run beauty supply stores where you just feel like you're a criminal. Usually if I go in there, if I go by myself, sometimes it's a little bit better. But if I'm in a group, if it's 2 or 3 or more of us coming around, oh, we're getting followed. Immediately there's going to be people following us. And I have that trauma with me now, not just in beauty stores. Even when I go in department stores or something, I'm always trying my best. If I got to go in my purse and grab something, I'm being over-exaggerated to show that I'm not stealing. Because it's just a horrible stereotype to make. And people just assume it's us all the time. And it makes you feel gross. It makes you feel like a thief when you're not even a thief. If someone's going to treat you like one and you're already going to think I'm one, I have no bear, I'm guilty before I'm ever innocent. Right. And it's not okay.
Yeah, I don't take purses into stores with me. I don't even really wear purses like that. But if I have a bag or anything for any reason, I don't take that into the store with me. I just have my one little wallet, and I just be walking around with that, which for some reason leads people to believe I work there, which is always weird because people are like, hey, do you have this in a size small? And sometimes I'd be playing into it. I'd be like, let me go check in the back for you. I don't work there. But I'd be messing around. So I'll check in the back for you. But no, I don't work there. So I don't know the answer to that question. But no, it's always such a weird experience to just have someone treating you like shit.
That's gross.
Just because you I would like to spend money here. And first of all, I don't tolerate bad customer service. I even get bad customer service just based off the fact that I'm black, and this happens a lot. And I was telling, when I was visiting with my nephew, we went to the mall a couple times, and we experienced bad customer service in certain stores that we went to. Yep. And I said lids in motherfucking Topanga Canyon, bad customer service. Okay. So I told my nephew when we went in there, and first of all, sometimes it's because y'all are teenagers that you have terrible customer service, and I don't think they teach it the way that they used to teach us when we were teenagers and had jobs. Because me as a teen, first of all, even me as an adult, my customer service impeccable. But me as a teen, I was taught to have fantastic customer service, read everybody, blah blah blah. I don't know if they're teaching these new kids that, but when I go to a place where teens work, yes, they. Their customer service is lacking a lot. Okay, so me and my nephew went into Lids. We're looking at stuff. Half them hats was $125. I was like, no way, I'm buying that. He knew that. I didn't tell them that though. Yeah. I came in there like I was going to purchase something. So when I come in, the first thing that I should be hearing is, "Hi, how are you doing?" Especially because there's nobody else in the store. No other customers. "Hi, how are you doing? How's it going? Can I help you find anything?" The bare minimum. Right. None of that happened. Me and my nephew just looked at some hats, then we dipped. Because I told him, I was like, hey, when you go to a store, people should be greeting you. People should be acknowledging your existence and acting like you're alive. They want your money.
Right.
They need they need the sales.
Yes.
We don't need hats.
Yeah.
We want hats.
Right.
But also, we can get hats from other places.
Yes.
So we don't have to buy these things. They need the sales to stay open. They need the business to stay open. Yep. So you should have a high standard for yourself in that you want this specific customer service. If you don't get it, I told him, I was like, then you need to leave. I will leave. I don't care what it is I need. If I walk into the grocery store and you don't talk to me and I need toilet tissue, I'm finna be shitty because I'll walk out without it. You're not finna treat me any kind of way. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, no, you can't treat me like anything.
You can't treat me like anything. So especially if I'm going somewhere and I'm being followed and I'm being all this or whatever, like if I actually did something suspicious, then I can kind of understand. But if I'm just shopping, why are you following me? Why are you being weird? Why are you doing it? Like I'm not doing it. And that experience has been like happened to me so much.
Yes.
Especially in
so many times.
Stores that have been run by, these others. And so
how can you think you better than me making $7 an hour? Please sit down.
Woo, child.
Please. Be so serious now.
You can't even afford the products in this store. That's why you're over there talking.
That's what makes me mad.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, that's like something I wish, I'm healing my inner child about. Because when I was a teenager, I felt bad about it. I put it on myself that I did something wrong. I'm wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Now as an adult, when someone else is making me feel uncomfortable like that, I'm going to make them feel uncomfortable too. Mm-hmm. Like, you need something? Hey, could you help me find... Like, I will make your... Literally, if you're being racist to me, the pettiness I'm about to evoke and lash out on you is going to be to the 10th degree. If you follow me around the store and be like, hey, since you're around, can you help me find? And I'm going to take you on a
Since you're following me anyway, can you help me find? And then I'm going to leave all the stuff
that I don't want. I'm like, hey, could you get a basket for me?
Could you help me
and get this?
Help me do that.
Since you around, girl, I was looking for somebody.
I want you to feel terrible about yourself because you're trying to make me feel terrible about myself. So that's what I'm doing. You're going to even when it's bad customer service. I did that at Sephora because Sephora's often, please work on yourself. Okay. I'm a person that be buying makeup. Okay. I am a VIB at Sephora. Please treat me like I spend the thousands of dollars a year that I spend in this bitch, because I do. When I go in there, I would like the customer service. I want to be acknowledged. When I go into Sephora's, certain ones, and mostly in like the higher cost areas, more bougie areas, be paying me literally. A white person in front of me can walk in. Hi, how are you doing? Do you need anything? Blah, blah, blah. I walk in, nothing, silence. Person behind me, white person walk in. Hi, how are you doing? Do you need anything? Bitch, I am here as well. Bitch, you saw me walk in?
Yes.
I'll punch the fucking shit out of you. I will punch those lashes directly off your face, bitch. Like, the disrespect, I'd be upset. But if you're out here following me, listen.
You're now my personal
you're a shopper, period.
You are now my elite employee. Period. We are going around the store, baby.
It's our time now together. We're on a date now.
Yes. You just got, hired by me.
You just got hired because now you're here to carry all of my bags.
Yep.
You're here to do all my stuff.
And I'm not going to buy any of it.
I'm not going to buy any of it. I want you to leave it all. And I'm not only am I not going to buy any of it, I want to put it on the counter.
Yeah.
And then I want to leave.
Yeah. And I'll be like, you know what? I've changed my mind.
Right. Like, now, I actually decided that I didn't want to spend my money at a super racist place. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go elsewhere.
That part.
Thanks. And then just leave. And like, so that's how I'm going to behave.
That's how we rock now.
Because you're not finna just keep on treating me any kind of way. And I'm finna do that for everybody. This is why I'm waiting for like that moment when like I have like a racist Karen say something. I'm just like,
oh, I can't wait for my Karen moment, baby. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Ooh.
I'm like, I just cannot.
That day is gonna be the day.
Ruin your life. It's gonna be.
I love making people feel as comfortable as they try to make me. I will make you feel way more uncomfortable than you thought you were doing to me.
I want you to learn a life lesson. That's my plan for you. My plan for your life is to learn something that you can take for the rest of your days.
You're never gonna forget it.
Never forget it. I want you to feel so stupid. Like that.
Fantastic.
It'll be amazing.
Because you're going to learn. Don't be a fucking dick. You can't get away with everything. It's not going to happen.
You cannot. Also, some of y'all need to get beat up. That's the
They do. You just need your ass beat one time.
A lot of y'all really need. No one has ever put hands on you, and I feel like that's the reason a lot of y'all be acting the way y'all.
Yeah, you never had consequences. I'm here to lay that down.
Consequences are so important, and I am here to help you through life with those. Okay, so I'm waiting for that day. But yeah, no, it's a lot. Like, this is the thing. As Black folks, right? We just want to do basic shit. We do. We just want to
try to live.
We just want to like brands without having to find out, oh, that brand is racist. Literally every single time you like, I can't even allow myself to really enjoy brands unless they're Black owned, because I know
something's going on.
I'm going to like this brand or whatever, and I'm like, the moment that I hear this person say something racist or do whatever, I'm gonna be
disgusted.
Like, fuck. Like, now I can never buy this thing again. And then even brands that I never listen. Lululemon, I was never gonna buy no Lululemon.
Ain't no way.
Never. But the fact that the CEO said all this discriminatory stuff, I was like, well, now it's really never. No, it's really never. Even if I did see something that was on sale that I wanted, it's never going to happen. No. You know, and all these places will like, and the thing is, they always come back. That's what's funny to me, because like Victoria's Secret, they said a bunch of discriminatory stuff. Said that their lingerie is not made for people who are, you know, who are plus size and not made for whatever. Like, I was buying Savage X by that time anyway, but also the last time I bought Victoria's Secret bras, y'all had like what, formaldehyde in your bras, gave everybody like a burn scar. I had one too, didn't know about it till after the fact. I should have got it on the class action lawsuit. But y'all's product ain't even good. So like, while y'all are sitting around here making, you know, shooting at other people or whatever, like firing off them shots, why don't you worry about the quality of your products? Stop worrying about that. But also, now they're back and they're trying to do what Savage X Fenty has done, which is say, we are for everybody, bitch. We want everybody to enjoy lingerie if they want to. If you want to wear a teddy, it don't matter what you look like. Here's a fucking 4X one, you fucking sexy ass fat bitch. Here you fucking go, period. Like, it's for fucking everybody. And now Victoria's Secret is coming out, and now they've got plus size stuff and all that, because
the money
was back. After they said that, we were like, already Savage X is cheaper, like, to begin with. You know what I'm saying? More comfortable, more quality. Sizes, more inclusive. Why would we not just do that? And so y'all lost everything. Like, even the Victoria's Secret fashion show don't even hit like it used to, girl, because y'all let anybody be models nowadays. Y'all call anybody a supermodel.
Yeah.
So now you have nothing. Like, I don't. Like, y'all have to stop opening your mouth to say horrible shit or to be terrible or to be discriminatory, and then turn around and be like, well, no, you don't apologize. You're upset that you got caught.
Yes.
If you didn't get caught, you would continue doing what you were already doing in the first place.
Yes. And I get it. It is exhausting to have to cut all these brands out and have to do this extra work when I just want to shop and get something. But baby, I'll do it every time, because you're just not gonna get my black dollar. My black dollar. Like, how strong I am for the culture is that I just can't bring myself to support you. I'm not going to do it. And that will is stronger than the exhaustion of having to have to do the extra work. I don't care. I will just cut you off. It's real cool. And I tell my friends, me and my homegirls gonna be like, girl, why you wearing that? They don't like black people. Cut that out. Black people. Stop wearing that. Go get rid of this.
So many things that I'm like, and it's not even just black people stuff. I have to constantly cut people off for it, because, you know, as black people, we're finding out somebody is a pervert, or finding out, you know, finding out so much stuff. If you're young, you don't know this, but back in the day, we didn't used to know anything about CEOs of companies. Literally,
they were silent.
They just were silent. They didn't have Twitters, none of that. We didn't know anything. We used to not know who other people voted for as well. That was none of your fucking business. You didn't ask other people. It was impolite. Everyone just kept their personal shit personal, and it was a fantastic time in life. Now we know fucking everything about fucking everyone. And it's exhausting. I don't want to know nothing about the CEOs of any companies or what they think. I don't want to know your personal beliefs, your political affiliations. That's none of my motherfucking business. The clothes, girl. What kind of clothes are you making? That's what I want to know. Now I know too much things, and now I can't use anything. I haven't been on X since, terrible ass what's his face. you have a Tesla, you can't help that. But like, so
I don't support him. I do not at all.
All right, but I'm not gonna go up on X. I'm gonna be like, oh, it was on X. I don't care, girl. I'm not gonna look at it. You have to wait. I'll wait till it becomes on Reddit because I'm not gonna go up on there. Like, it's just I'm not interested in supporting people, brands, any of that stuff. That's like being trash. There are certain things that I'm like, listen, this one thing. There's a few things I make exceptions for that I'm just like, I just can't give this up. Like Harry Potter. I disassociate the Harry Potter books completely from the author. Like, I'd be like, I can't fucks with that author. But the story of Harry Potter is my jam. Okay.
Yeah.
I cannot fucks with J.K. Rowling. She's lost her motherfucking mind. To the point where even Elon Musk has said, can you calm down? Which you're fucking up.
You off the deep end.
Elon is saying, like, maybe post. He literally told her, like, maybe post some other positive things as well. In addition to, he was like, I agree with what you're saying, was already problematic. But then he was like, also post some positive things as well. So you're fucking up if Elon is the one being like, can you go back? Because we used to not know shit about anybody. We didn't even know the names of CEOs. Like, we didn't even know who the CEO of the company was. Like, somebody would have asked you when you were, like, I don't know, 12, who the CEO of, like, Nabisco is. You'd be like, oh my God, I have no fucking clue. And that's how we liked it. Y'all ruined it for us with your nonsense. Because every 5 seconds, we're all saying something crazy and stupid. Yep. When you could just shut up. Like,
I don't get that at all. And it's it's all cultures. If I hear you doing it against Palestine, against freaking, who was it, Kellogg or whatever, that went out and we like boycotted all their stuff because they said have cereal for breakfast. Like, all of y'all can get this work, right? Okay, I will take my $1 back. I don't have no problem.
I don't want to spend any money on things that support you. Period.
No.
I don't fuck around with that type of stuff. So it's messed up, but it's starting to feel like we have literally, especially if you're black, because there's lots of places if you're white that you could be like,
you could just go somewhere else.
You could just go somewhere else. But if you're black,
but you could support black people and not do it too.
But anyway, yeah. What else are your other thoughts regarding this whole situation with Ebin?
Yeah, one, the fact that they haven't had an apology video is absolute trash. Like, that's the least you can fucking do is come out and make a statement instead of making a video of a fake actor, black man, saying stuff about your company that no one believes. No one believed you. That was the fakest ass video I ever seen.
That's so trash.
100%. So basically, all in all, if you have a black owned company or something, please drop it in the comments down below. We would love to support you, give you some recognition. If you do anything that you make, it doesn't have to be hair care stuff. If you own a shop, if you out here making jewelry, if you out here, selling products, like, drop it down in the comments. We would love to keep supporting black owned businesses and not support these racist ass foreign companies that keep trying to make money off of our black dollars.
Period. And also let us know how you're feeling about the whole situation with Ebin. How do y'all say your name? Anyway,
no one cares. They're canceled.
No one cares because you don't matter anymore. But let us know what y'all think about everything in the comments below, and let us know if you guys have had an experience, a discriminatory experience at a job that you've been at.
Yes. All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Remember to eat, drink, and be petty.
Hey.